And the uneven elf.
Oh, is it my turn now? Hurrah! I'm so excited.
Many have died at your hand. But is there any you regret more than a woman by the name of...
How do you know about that?
I know much. It is allowed to me. The question stands, however. Do you regret?
Yes, the answer is yes, if that's what you wish to know. I do. Now move on.
Shale, the stone giant. There is so little I can draw from you. I feel the distant echo of a soul, dormant for so long, now awake.
Good for you.
And with the awakening, the slow realization of all you have lost. Ah, Shale, your entire existence is a test of your will and courage. You have my respect. The way is open. Good luck, and may you find what you seek.
So encountering the Guardian is kind of cool, because depending on which origin you are and what companions you take with you, you get a little added insight, again, into the characters and their backstory and their personality. So, we will now enter the gauntlet. He said 4 tests for us, and this first one will take us basically on a tour of Andraste's life.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light. Of what do I speak?
Dreams.
A dream came upon me as my daughter slumbered beneath my heart. It told of her life, and of her betrayal and death. I am sorrow and regret. I am a mother weeping bitter tears for a daughter she could not save.
So that was Andraste's mother. Alice.
The smallest lark could carry it, while a strong man might not. Of what do I speak?
A tune.
Yes, I was Andraste's dearest friend in childhood, and always we would sing. She celebrated the beauty of life, and all who heard her would be filled with joy. They say the Maker himself was moved by Andraste's song, and then she sang no more of simple things.
So Andraste received her calling, supposedly from the Maker. It said that it was her songs that brought the Maker to pay attention to the world once again after leaving it for a long time. Thane Shartan.
I'd neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak?
A home.
It was my dream for the people to have a home of their own, where we would have no masters but ourselves. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus we followed Andraste against the Imperium. But she was betrayed, and so were we.
So that was Shartan, the famed lieutenant of Andraste, who, because of his involvement in Andraste's wars, was able to free the elves from slavery to humans and establish the Dales. Unfortunately, after that, the Dales themselves were also overthrown, ironically by the Chantry itself. Many tangled webs we weave here. Lady Vasilia.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The debt of blood must be paid in full. Of what do I speak?
vengeance.
Yes, my husband Hissarion would have chosen a quick death for Andraste. I made him swear that she would die publicly with her war leaders, that all would know the Imperium's strength. I am justice. I am vengeance. Blood can only be repaid in blood.
From the look of her robes, she's a Tevinter mage, who Andraste went to war against. So I guess it makes sense that she would want her executed in a horrible way. Let's see, General Ferath.
A poison of the soul, passion's cruel counterpart. From love she grows, till love lies slain. Of what do I speak?
Jealousy.
Yes, jealousy drove me to betrayal. I was the greatest general of the Alamari, but beside her I was nothing. Hundreds fell before her on bended knee. They loved her, as did the Maker. I loved her too. But what man can compare with a god?
And that was Andraste's mortal husband, who out of jealousy betrayed his wife to the Tevinter Imperium so that she was captured. Disciple Havad.
The bones of the world stretched towards the sky's embrace, veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak?
The mountains.
Yes. I carried Andraste's ashes out of Tevinter into the mountains to the east, where she could gaze ever into her Maker's sky. No more fitting a tomb than this could we find.
Well, now we know who brought the ashes here. Let's see. Disciple Cathrer.
No man has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword. Comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak?
Hunger.
Yes, hunger was the weapon used against the wicked men of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker kindled the sun's flame, scorching the land. Their crops failed, and their armies could not march. Then he opened the heavens and bade the waters flow, and washed away their filth. I am Cather, disciple of Andraste and commander of her armies. I saw these things done, and knew the Makers smiled on us.
Now there's a dedicated warlord. Finally, Archon Hissarion. Archons are the equivalent of nobles or rulers within the Tevinter Imperium.
She wields the broken sword and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak?
Mercy.
Yes, I could not bear the sight of Andraste's suffering, and Mercy bade me end her life. I am the penitent sinner who shows compassion as he hopes compassion will be shown to him.
So, that Archon was the man who, I believe, as a mercy to Andraste as she was being burned alive at the stake, took his sword and ran her through in order to spare her from further suffering. And ever since then, if you note, on all of the Templars' armor is the sign of a flaming sword. It's called the Sword of Mercy. I think I may have mentioned that earlier in the Let's Play. But that's where it comes from. In the Chantry, the symbol of the sword represents mercy more than killing or war.